Ipswich, Suffolk, late 2006. Over the course of just 6.5 weeks, a quiet town was paralysed by fear. 5 women went missing, 5 bodies were found. The media call it the Suffolk murders, and the police called it one of the largest manhunts in UK history. But behind the headlines was a man so unremarkable that his own neighbours barely noticed him. A former QE2 steward and a forklift driver, a quiet man named Steve Wright. Today we look at how the serial killer operated in plain sight and how a forensic breakthrough that finally ended his 45-day reign of terror. The nightmare began on October 30th, 2006, when 25-year-old Tanya Nicol vanished. Within weeks, 4 more women, Gemma Adams, Annalie Alderton, Paula Clennell and Annette Nichols, all disappeared from the town's red light district. The pattern was chilling, each victim stripped of their clothing, then dumped in rural areas or water. By mid-December, the atmosphere in Ipswich was suffocating. Police warned women not to go out alone. Over 500 officers were on the case, and the world's media had descended on the town. Yet the killer seemed like a ghost. He wasn't a monster lurking in the shadows, he was a 48-year-old man living in London Road, right in the heart of where the women were disappearing. So how did they catch him? It wasn't a witness or a confession, it was DNA. Because Wright had been arrested for a minor theft years prior, his DNA profile was on the national database. When forensic teams found a microscopic trace of DNA on the bodies of the victims, the computer returned the name, Steve Wright. On December 19th, 2006, police swarmed his house. They found more than just a suspect. They found a reflective high-vis jacket. Forensic analysis later found blood from 2 victims on the fibres of that jacket. The ghost finally had a face. During the 2008 trial, the most unsettling thing about Steve Wright was how ordinary he seemed. He didn't have a criminal mastermind persona. The prosecution argued that Wright used his car as a mobile hunting ground, taking advantage of his local knowledge. His defence? He claimed that he'd used the services of the women, but hadn't taken their lives. The jury didn't buy it, and after less than 8 hours of deliberation, Steve Wright was found guilty on all 5 counts of murder. The judge sentenced him to a whole life tariff, meaning he'll never be released. The legacy of Steve Wright is grim, and a reminder that danger often wears a common mask. But it's also a testament to the power of DNA. Without the DNA match, the Suffolk Strangler may still be a ghost today. And more importantly, we remember the victims. Tanya, Gemma, Annalie, Paula and Annette. 5 lives cut short during 6 weeks of terror in Suffolk.